Hello, good morning. This is Hamid Khan here from Food Market and Gardening Ideas. In my last vlog, I have shown you my replanted Madagascar jasmine or Stephanotis floribunda and how they are performing after replanting and creating my new bed and how they are twining and twisting and progressing. Now today I am going to show you Mandevilla. These are red types of mandevillas. You can see here, mandevilla comes in three shades: white, pink, and red. The one with red, they are planted mandevilla. The one with red color, they are more sensitive as compared to the white and the pink ones. The flowering for mandevilla lasts for few days, but the flowers are always in clusters and bunches. And you can see here it has started trailing up as well above the fence. It's a newly planted mandevilla, and it needs a few hours of sun every day. It can't take really very cold frosts, but if it survives, and for temperate climates like in Sydney, these can really last forever. Look at that. The flowers, it's a newly planted plant, but you see here the flowers are really in clusters already. Here is the Pandoria jasminoides. Update you more in the upcoming vlogs about it. It's the power of beauty. Again, with a very nice pink flowers with a red hot tint in the middle. And this is another one which is Pandoria jasminoides, Bower of Beauty. This is also a newly planted, relatively newly planted one, because I had to remove the one that I had it earlier because I have to place my shed, garden shed over there. Since I'm in just so love with this Pandoria jasminoides, Bower of Beauty, I had to plant it again. And this time I have planted it where we can have a good view from our kitchen window. So I'll keep you posted on this one in my upcoming vlogs. Focusing today more on mandevilla. This is the first time that I have planted mandevilla. I've never planted before. I have a lot of other jasmine plants, the vines. Well, mandevilla has really impressed me because of its very shiny and fresh look leaves, and you can distinguish between different types of mandevilla, the white, pink, and red, by looking at the leaves as well. But this has really impressed me a lot. I'm really looking forward for this plant to trail up and to spread it a bit. I'll definitely share the part 2 vlog of this one as we progress. So as I mentioned, mandevilla plants, they will come back every year, but in frost-free climates. For very colder climates, these plants can be treated as annuals, or these can be overwintered if planted indoors or in controlled environment. It's a very classic tropical vine, mandevilla. It's a great way to add a real tone and splash of color to your sunny vertical spaces in your backyard or front yard. So although the flowers last for a few days, but the flowering cycle is really long in temperate climates such as in Sydney, for example. And that's why they are loved for their long-lasting flowers, long cycle of flowers and flowering period, with their really deep red and pink and white and yellow flowers. They can be very easily grown in pots, and if planted on ground, then make sure that it is well-drained soil. Usually we don't need to water it too much. 1 to 2 times a week is enough, because the plants has some storage roots which can store some moisture and water, and they need it very little because their leaves are really covered with wax. As you can see here closely, they are very waxy leaves. However, in a very hot spell, I would suggest that we water it almost every day or every second day. So let's grow Mandevilla, the climbing vine that has very glossy mid-green leaves. And temperate to tropical climate is good. It's not really good in cold climates and needs a well-drained soil with added organic matter. Position it in a full sun. Try to avoid a lot of afternoon sun. Do not overwater it. Keep it moist but not really wet. Mulch in summer and hot weather to keep retaining moisture, and use some long-term controlled release fertilizer.